Hello everybody, myself Dr. Annisha Choudhury, Assistant Professor in Zoology, Lady Brabant College, Kolkata, West Bengal. In this webinar, my topic of presentation is ACE2, the key player in COVID-19. Now, what is COVID-19? Coronavirus disease or COVID-19 is an infectious disease which is caused by a newly discovered coronavirus SARS-CoV-2. At this time, there is no specific vaccines or treatments for COVID-19. However, there are many ongoing clinical trials evaluating the potential treatments for this disease. Older people and those with medical problems like cardiovascular ailments, diabetes, chronic respiratory diseases and cancer are more likely to develop serious illness due to COVID-19. Now, what is coronavirus? Coronaviruses are a large family of enveloped positive strand single-stranded RNA virus that infect a broad range of vertebrates. SARS coronaviruses do not closely resemble any of the other previously known groups of coronaviruses. The SARS-CoV-2 behaves like a typical respiratory coronavirus in the basic mechanism of infection and replication, but several mutations allow this virus to bind tightly to its host receptor and increase its transmissibility, which is thought to make it more infectious than any other viruses. The SARS-CoV-2 genome encodes four major structural proteins like spike protein or S protein, nucleocapsid or N protein, membrane protein or M protein, envelope protein or E protein. The S protein is responsible for facilitating the entry of this virus into the target cell. The SARS-CoV-2 protein bears only 75% similarity with the SARS-CoV S protein. However, both the SARS-CoV and SARS-CoV-2 strains use the same host cell receptor, that is angiotensin converting enzyme 2, abbreviated as ACE2 receptor, for entry into the host cell. There is 20-fold higher affinity of ACE2 for SARS-CoV-2 compared to the previously known SARS-CoV virus. Now coming to a brief introduction on the angiotensin converting enzyme 2 or ACE2. What is ACE2? ACE2 is an integral membrane protein and a zinc metalloproteinase of the ACE family. ACE2 is present on the surface of many cells like renal tubular epithelium, vascular endothelial cells, lung cells, kidney cells, Leydig cells and GI tract cells. This ACE2 acts as a key regulator of the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, that is RAS system, RAAS system. This RAS pathway is critical to the regulating process like blood pressure, wound healing and control of inflammation. Now let's know a brief introduction about RAS or renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system. Here in this diagram we can see that in response to low blood pressure, the kidney cells release renin enzyme. This enzyme then acts on the angiotensinogen, which is secreted from the liver cells to convert angiotensinogen into angiotensin 1. Now the enzyme angiotensin converting enzyme 1, known as ACE1, converts this angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. Then what is the role of angiotensin 2? This angiotensin 2 acts on the adrenals to secrete aldosterone, which ultimately causes vasoconstriction and causes increased blood pressure, and thus the blood pressure is restored. Now, what is the role of ACE2 in controlling this RAS system? ACE2 helps to modulate the many activities of the protein angiotensin 2. This is angiotensin 2. that increases blood pressure and inflammation and causing the increased vasoconstriction, and finally it may lead to various types of tissue injury. ACE2 protein catalyzes the cleavage of angiotensin II into the vasodilator angiotensin 1 to 7 that counteract the effects of angiotensin II. Now, SARS-CoV-2 ACE2 interaction and its role in COVID-19 patients. Using the spike-like protein on its surface, the SARS-CoV-2 virus binds to ACE2 like a key being inserted into the lock. Hence, ACE2 acts as a cellular doorway, a receptor for this virus. Recently, this interaction between SARS-CoV-2 and ACE2 has become an area of intense therapeutic interest to develop the treatments against COVID-19. This angiotensin 2 can increase inflammation and the death of the cells in the alveoli. These harmful effects of angiotensin 2 are reduced by ACE2, that is the key player in COVID-19. When the SARS-CoV-2 virus binds to this ACE2, it prevents ACE2 from performing its normal function to regulate ANG2 signaling. Thus, ACE2 action is inhibited, making more ANG2 available to injure the tissues. This contributes to tissue injury, especially to the lungs and the heart cells in COVID-19 patients. When the amount of ACE2 is reduced as because of the virus is occupying the receptor, individuals may be more susceptible to severe illness caused by COVID-19. That is because enough ACE2 is available to facilitate the viral entry, but the decrease in available ACE2 contributes to more angiotensin 2 mediated tissue injury. In particular, reducing the ACE2 will increase susceptibility to inflammation, cell death and organ failure, especially in the heart and the lung cells. Now, possible therapeutics may include some factors, although the clinical trials are going on. ACE1 drives the production of ANG2. We have already shown in this figure. Thus, ACE1 increases the amount of angiotensin 2, whereas ACE2 reduces ANG2. As a result, by inhibiting ACE1, ACE inhibitors may reduce the level of ANG2 and its ability to increase the blood pressure and tissue injury. ACE inhibitors are commonly prescribed for patients with hypertension, heart failure and kidney diseases. Another commonly prescribed class of drugs like angiotensin receptor blockers, abbreviated as ARBs, have similar effect to ACE2 inhibitors, and they may also be useful in treating the COVID-19. However, different clinical trials are going on all over the world for the validation and administration of these drugs. These are some of the references which I have consulted for preparing this presentation. Finally, I would like to acknowledge Lady Brabourne College to give me permission for this presentation. Thank you.